Gunfire shattered the air outside Yemen's presidential palace in Aden. By the end of the chaos, one protester was dead. Dozens more were wounded. And southern Yemen's political fault lines tore open once again. Clashes broke out outside al-Maashiq Presidential Palace as supporters of the Southern Transitional Council, known as the STC, confronted Yemeni government forces. Demonstrators say they were protesting what they call guardianship over the south. Footage shows stones hurled at military vehicles, gunfire ringing out, and flags of the former South Yemen raised high.
And we continue to support our rightful political leadership, the Southern Transitional Council, under the command of President Aidarous al-Zoubaidi, and we will never concede a single inch of the land of the South, nor will we abandon the legacy of those who became martyrs for the South. We, from al-Mahra to Bab, al-Mandab, and al-Dala, are one united people. The people of the Arab South will never compromise on their rights.
We are the sons of the South. No one dictates to us and no one represents us. And under the political leadership represented by President, Leader, Commander Abdul Rauf bin Qasim al-Zoubaidi, we thank and salute in this holy month all the people of the South who answered this call to Al-Maashiq Palace. So greetings to you and greetings to the mothers who gave birth to these people who came to say no to guardianship.
According to Aden TV, affiliated with the STC, at least 21 people were wounded. The council accuses security forces of using live ammunition and excessive force against unarmed demonstrators. It has demanded an urgent and independent investigation and accountability for those who ordered the shootings. The STC is led by Aidarous al-Zoubaidi, who a day earlier urged Southerners to continue what he called their struggle in the streets. The protest coincided with a major political development. Prime Minister Shaya Mohsen al-Zindani had just held the first meeting of Yemen's internationally recognized government at the palace, a session that unfolded amid opposition demonstrations. Soon after, violence erupted. On Friday, the STC escalated tensions further, announcing it does not recognize the legitimacy of the newly formed government. The group described the administration as a de facto authority lacking political and popular support in the south. It warned that any official government presence in Aden would not bind southern representatives politically. Yemen has been mired in instability since 2014, when Houthi rebels seized much of the country, including the capital, Sana'a. The STC, formed in 2017 and backed by the United Arab Emirates, seeks independence for southern Yemen. It once controlled Aden and large swaths of the south before being pushed back by forces aligned with the Saudi-backed government. Now, as political tensions deepen and rival authorities stake competing claims, Aden stands at a crossroads. A single deadly clash has reignited a larger struggle over power, legitimacy, and the future of southern Yemen.
In a dramatic escalation of the Yemen conflict, Saudi Arabia and its Yemeni allies have moved to oust the leader of a UAE-backed separatist group from power, further deepening the growing rift between the two Gulf brothers turned rivals. The Saudi-led coalition announced that Aidarous al-Zoubaidi, head of the Southern Transitional Council, has been expelled from Yemen's internationally recognized government and said he fled the country after skipping planned peace talks in Riyadh. According to the coalition, al-Zoubaidi escaped in the dead of night, leaving the southern port city of Aden by sea for Berbera in Somaliland, before boarding a plane with UAE officers to Mogadishu. The statement claims the aircraft switched off its identification systems over the Gulf of Oman before reappearing shortly for landing at a military airport in Abu Dhabi. There has been no immediate response from either the STC or the United Arab Emirates. If confirmed, the move marks a major setback for the UAE-backed separatists and will heighten tensions between Riyadh and Abu Dhabi that surfaced openly after the STC launched an offensive against Saudi-backed Yemeni government forces in December. The Southern Transitional Council had initially fought alongside the Yemeni government against Houthi rebels in the north, but later pushed for an independent southern Yemen. The group seized control of the strategic provinces of Hadramaut and Marra. These are the regions bordering Saudi Arabia, and the move was declared a red line by Riyadh for its national security. Saudi Arabia responded with airstrikes on the port city of Mukalla on December 30th, targeting what it described as a UAE-linked weapons shipment. UAE denied the allegation, insisted the shipment contained no weapons, and reiterated its commitment to Saudi security and removed its forces from Yemen after Riyadh's ultimatum. Backed by Saudi air power, Yemeni government forces later reclaimed Hadramaut and Marra, prompting the STC to agree to attend Saudi-hosted peace talks. But the coalition says al-Zoubaidi failed to board the flight carrying the STC delegation to Riyadh. Soon after, Saudi-backed forces launched airstrikes on STC positions in Yemen's Dalay Governorate as government troops advanced into Aden and seized the presidential palace. Yemen's Presidential Leadership Council chief, Rashad al-Alimi, has now removed al-Zoubaidi from the council, accusing him of committing high treason. Al-Alimi says the Attorney General has been instructed to open a formal investigation and pursue legal action. What began as a shared war effort in Yemen is now exposing deep fractures between Saudi Arabia and the UAE, with southern Yemen region emerging as the latest battleground in a widening Gulf power struggle.